Aloha and welcome to Knitted Paradise, where the needles are clicking and the yarn is squishy. My name is Lucia and you can find me on Ravelry and Instagram as Pearl of the Pacific. Today is Sunday, September 4th, I believe. It's the day before Labor Day. And this is episode 130 something. I have no idea. It's been a very, very long time and I'm very sorry, but I am back. I'm here. We have moved. As you can see, the background is totally different. We've totally moved into our condo and we're just slowly settling in. So I'm here at my brand new dining room table as the sun is setting back there. So I thought I would use the rest of the light. Plus we have amazing overhead lights in this place. So I thought I would use that, and I finally have some time and some knitting to show you, so here I am. So when we moved, I actually didn't knit on anything for about a month. It was kind of weird, but knitting is back in my life and I am very happy. And I went to Stitches Midwest. If you follow me on Instagram, you saw that. And that kind of I knew it would do this. I knew it would just kind of like reinvigorate my love for yarn and knitting and make me want to pull it all out again, and it did. So that was good. I knew it wouldn't take very much. It was just a matter of making it happen. So I got to go there and see a lot of friends and make some new friends and see some of you guys. So thanks for coming up and saying hi to me. Yeah, I think other than that, we've just been moving, settling in. I got really sick a couple weeks ago and totally lost my voice. So I had all intentions of recording like a couple weeks ago, but I had zero voice. And now the cat is gonna come. You know you're not allowed on the table, honey. This is a brand new dining room table and he hasn't quite gotten the fact that he's not allowed up here. So yeah, things are going really well. We really love our condo, and yeah, we're just kind of slowly moving in. You can't see all the craziness that's going on behind the camera. Things are still trying to find homes, but for the most part, we're pretty settled, which is pretty great. So let me show you what I've been working on. So we'll start with On the Island. I have two things. I actually have one thing that I finished. Actually, the first thing I cast on and started was a pair of socks for my husband's sister's husband. So my sister-in-law's husband. I guess he's my brother-in-law. I don't know. Anyway, but we went to visit them for the solar eclipse because they live in Nebraska and they'd been wanting us to visit forever and we just didn't have time and couldn't figure out when. And we're like, you know what? Solar eclipse is coming right over your house. Let's go. So we drove out to Nebraska for the weekend and it was fantastic. I actually ended up being able to take some pictures with this camera. I put my glasses over the lens of the camera and actually got some pretty good pictures, so I'll put them in somewhere. But I had knit her pair of socks a while ago, the Batman socks, and I had gotten some yarn to knit him some socks, so I knit those and I finished them like I think the night before we left, and I quickly like soaked them and hung them up to dry, and then they weren't quite dry the next morning because we got up really early and left. So I hung them on the, I had them on the sock blockers, and you know you hang things like hangers in the back of your car. Anyway, so I hung them on that to dry while we were driving. I took a picture of it. It's pretty funny when we stopped for lunch. So I'll put that in somewhere here, but that is the Wonder Woman colorway from No Makers, and I did a plain vanilla sock up until like the calf, the front of the, I guess your shin. I put the Superman emblem on it. I just found one on Ravelry somewhere, and he's a huge fan of Superman, and he was so excited when he got these. Like, you embossed a Superman emblem on my socks. He was very excited. So that was fun. And then my sister-in-law's really into Batman, and so I knit her the Batman colorway with the bat symbol on it, and she was very excited about those. So those have been knit and gifted, and yay! So continuing with the family sock thing, because you know earlier this year I knit socks for my whole side of the family, and so I'm slowly knitting them for my husband's side of the family. And so that would be a perfect excuse when we were going there to deliver their socks. I'm like, oh, I gotta finish them. So that's that was another kicker, to get out the knitting needles and just finish them, because I'm like, oh, then I don't have to mail them, I can hand deliver them, which was fun. So at Stitches, I picked up this yarn, which is, where is it? Lost City Knits, in the Promenade, which is a merino nylon. It's an 8812, which I think is very interesting, but very cool. And the colorway is Arizona. And my mother-in-law lives in Arizona, and she likes blue. So I got these, or this yarn, and I've already caked it up and knit one sock. It's what I remember the Hermione's Everyday Sock being. I don't think it's actually what the Hermione's Everyday Sock is, but it's some sort of lightly textured something or other that was easy and I didn't have to think about it. So that one sock is done, and the other one, I've just started the heel turn. And these are zooming along very quickly, so I anticipate these to be done this week probably. We'll see. These are kind of my take along easy knitting. So that are those. And the other thing that I've been working on is a sweater that I wound up yarn for a while ago and just never knit it. And it's a whole bunch of different yarns. I used I think it's the Riverside pullover as a template for the top. I really just used it for the shoulders, and as soon as I got to kind of the underarms, I kind of made it up. Because they have some texturing in some places, and I decided I didn't want to do that. So I used it for the shoulder shaping. I don't know if you can kind of see that because it's all white. But these two yarns are the same yarns I knit my boathouse cardigan, or boathouse top, I guess, because it's a short sleeve kind of top, out of. And then they were in my stash because I had a fair amount left of those. They were in my stash, sitting next to this another Crafty Girl, and I thought, oh, those look really cool together. And then when I was at Knitting Pipeline Retreat with another Crafty Girl, we had gotten this skein, which was from a local yarn store there, and that actually went really well into it as well. So it's kind of the faded effect, if you will, and it's kind of funky. It's in person, it's not as drastic as it looks on screen, I promise, because otherwise I wouldn't wear it. But I decided to have them more like neutral tones up top and then the crazy ones on the bottom. And I finished the first sleeve, as you can see, and I started the second sleeve. And as I was knitting the first sleeve, I realized I did not have as much green as I thought I did, and so I had to end it a little bit early. So I wanted them to kind of match up, but it's not going to happen. So on this sleeve, I knit, I actually ended up splitting the green, so I had enough, the same for both sleeves, and then just knit another Crafty Girl, I forget what colorway this is, until it about matched up with where I swapped them here, and then finished with the other one. And so I'm into another Crafty Girl on that side. I'll finish that up, and then I have I'm going to pick up the neckband, and I still have a fair bit amount of the white left, so I don't think that'll be a problem. So this is mostly knit on my way to and back from Nebraska. Actually, my husband did a lot of the driving there, but on the way back, he had caught the same nasty cold that I had and wasn't feeling great, and so I did probably 6 out of the 8 hours of driving, which wasn't my favorite, but that's okay. And this is living in my Knitting Pipeline Fat Squirrel Fibers bag, which I love. So that will be done probably this week too, and then I have some more sweaters and socks lined up. Surprise, surprise here. So that was on the island. I already talked about Set Sail. Let's talk about from the mainland, because I went to Stitches Midwest, and of course I got things, because why not? I mean, I knew I was going to go and get things, so I went to get some sweater quantities and also some other key pieces for some projects. So one of which was for the fraternal friends fraternal sock swap. I actually have 2 partners because we ended up with an odd number of people, which is awesome for me. Yay! So I'm excited. So with one of my partners, she had sent me a picture of this yarn, and I didn't have anything in my stash that was going to go with it. And so I looked at stitches and I found this, which is Brew City yarns? Brew City something. Brew City, I think it's Brew City knits or Brew City yarns. Anyway, sorry. I love their stuff. Oh my gosh, it's so great. Anyway, so this is Niffler Black. I just love their themes. That's really it. I love their themes. I just would buy them all just for the themes. But I got Niffler Black because I thought it would go really well with this, and it does. Because my partner has already started her socks, as you can see. I have not started mine. And it looks really good. So this is going to be my cuffs, heels, and toes. And this is going to be the main body of the sock. And the pattern we chose to do is from another thing that I picked up at Stitches Midwest, which is the Minnesota 52 book by Corey and Megan. And we chose to do the Shanana Friends socks because it sounded super fun. So these are the socks. I'm very excited. Can you see those? Because they're meant to be done with friends, and they're meant to have 2 colors of yarn. So I think they are, I think they're knit top down. Yeah, they are. So I'm gonna have to knit a top down sock. But I think that's gonna be easier to follow the pattern. But I'm very excited. So that is going to be cast on hopefully very soon, because I want to catch up to her. So, but they look really cool. So that's what I'll be knitting with those. And I'm also very excited about this book. If you remember probably the last episode, maybe 2 episodes ago, I did a test knit for them, and I'm actually mentioned in the book, which is really exciting. I had no idea. And of course I asked them to sign it for me, so that was really awesome of them. And it was just great to see them and just kind of congratulate them on all their hard work on this book. It looks really good. I knit the comeback fall. Let me find it in here. And there's here, fall come back now. So that's the one I test knit, and it was really fun. So I'm very excited to have this book and be knitting something out of that. So that was that purchase. Then I also got 2 sweater quantities actually. I picked up one from Sun Valley Fibers, and I got 3 skeins of her, I think one of her new bases. It's 100% superwash merino, fingering weight, 400 yards, and I just got her natural, which is antler. I got 3 skeins of that. It's nothing terribly exciting, but it's a very loosely plied superwash. So I'm very excited to try this, and it's going to be some sort of simple cardigan. I just wanted a simple cardigan because I'm always looking in my wardrobe I'm always like, oh, this would go really nicely with a natural colored cardigan that I don't have. So here we go, I'm gonna knit one of those. So I got 3 skeins of that. And the other sweater quantity that I picked up was for this pattern, that actually it came as a kit through Leading Man Fiber Arts. They had this sweater in their booth as like one of the samples on top, and I was like, oh my gosh, I need that sweater. It's like a gradient speckled. Can you see that? Oh my gosh. They let me try it on. I didn't want to take it off. So it's out of their sport weight, which is their callback, and it's the ground pepper kit. So here it is. It's so great. So it comes with 5 skeins of their sport weight, and it's the silver, let me take one out of here, silver speckle. They had a bunch of different colors too, and I contemplated the blue and I contemplated the yellow, and I thought, you know what, I kind of just want the gray. I just kind of just want that neutral. So it's their, I don't know, the autofocus will work, callback, which is 100% superwash merino sport weight. Oh, they numbered them. That's very nice. So this is skein number 1, skein number 2, and I think all the way up to skein number 5. I'm not going to need all 5 skeins, so I'm going to have to figure out something else to do with the leftovers, but that's totally fine. But I kind of knew I wanted a sweater out of their sport weight, so perfect. It came with the pattern, and I'm set. Oh, hair everywhere. My hair is getting really long, like really long. And so it's just kind of getting in the way and sometimes. But I like it long, so I'm totally okay with that. I'm just like refiguring out how to have long hair since I haven't had it in like 10 years. Yeah, maybe 15 years. No, I guess 10 years since I've had like really long hair. But this is the longest it's been, I think, since college for sure, maybe even before that. But I like it. So that's good. The other things that I got, I think I ordered this before we moved, and I never got to show it on the podcast. I actually didn't open the package. I just moved. I almost didn't order it because we were just about to move, but it was a pre-order and I didn't want to miss out. And so I was like, you know, I'm going to order it, and then I just didn't open the package. I knew what was in it. I'd almost forgotten, but I didn't. But I did a pre-order from No Makers for her Wonder Woman doppelganger set, and I'm very excited. I also ordered at the same time the Wonder Woman colorway that I knit the socks out of for my brother-in-law. But this is, I know, the glare. Let me see, I just take it out. So I asked my husband if I sent him the link to this yarn. I was like, if I knit you a sweater out of this, would you wear it? And he said, that would be the greatest sweater I think I've ever seen. So yeah, he's getting a sweater out of this. He loves Wonder Woman. So he's gonna get a sweater out of this. I think I'm gonna have to get some sort of neutral, like a black or maybe a gray, to use for like the neckband and the cuffs and stuff like that. But I'm just gonna stripe it in some sort of striping sequence. Not entirely sure yet. Don't know what pattern I'm gonna use yet, but I had ordered these before the move, and so I just wound them up when I was winding up the other Wonder Woman skeins. At some point I'll cast on that sweater for him. And then I think that's, I feel at the bottom of that bag. Okay, that's it for yarn that I ordered for my birthday, which happened in July, that I kind of forgot about. I feel like as you get older, you kind of don't do as much for your birthday. I think for my birthday we went to IKEA and bought this dining room table, which was quite an adventure. But my sock swap partner, who happens to be a really good friend of mine, sent me this, which is very, very pretty. It's from Haverland, and the color is called Random Acts, and it's a 90-10 superwash merino nylon sock, and it is very squishy and very pretty. So that will become something at some point, not entirely sure, but it's very pretty, so thank you. And she also sent me these really pretty buttons that are going to go on the cardigan that I mentioned earlier. So I'm very excited about these, and it also came with some stitch markers which are attached to the bag. It's these fall, there's one with socks, a little wood, okay, I got them off the bag so I can show them. They're these little wooden stitch markers which are super cute. There's one with like a pumpkin on a, they're all fall themed, on like a coffee cup for like pumpkin spice lattes. There's an actual pumpkin. There's a fall leaf. They're not focusing. I hold them up to my face. Maybe they'll focus. I have no idea. A pair of socks, which I think are my favorite. They're so cute. And an apple. I'm really hoping we can go apple picking. I told my husband this year, I was like, I want to go apple picking. So these are super cute. So I'm very excited about those. She also sent me some other goodies, which are put away somewhere. This is the problem. I'm like trying to put things away as soon as I can in this house so that they don't end up just like all over the place. So that is that package. And then for my other sock swap partner, I'm still waiting for her package. There's something going on with our mail. I have no idea what's going on. But I've expected a couple packages and they're just like, I tracked them and they keep saying like pending, out for delivery. And I'm like, but they're not here yet, so who knows. But this is the yarn I'm swapping with her. So I sent her enough for heel, toes, and cuffs, and she's sending me some sort of variegated prettiness. I was like, I'll send it to you and you look in your stash and you find something and send it. That's how we worked it out. I was like, someone just has to pick something. So I was like, this is what I have. And she picked this one, which is a one twist. No, it's Two Guys Yarn Company and a BFL nylon, I think, in like a lavender colorway. Lavenderish. It's called like Thunder Skies. I don't remember. Anyway, I looked it up for her. But she sent me another BFL, so I will be getting that in the mail hopefully soon. And I think that's it for what I've got today. I think the sun has now set outside. I'm gonna go finish my meal prepping for the week. And I did most of it, but I've got to do a couple more things. And tomorrow we are painting our bathrooms. So I've got to go prep those because the people, so this condo was recently renovated earlier this year, and they painted it this lovely gray color, but they used a flat paint and they used it everywhere. So it's also in the bathrooms. And I was like, flat paint in the bathrooms is not going to hold up. So I went to the paint store today, or the hardware store like down the street next to the grocery store, because I was over there getting groceries for the week, and picked out a paint color. I'm hoping it looks good. That's the thing, is like, I'm like, it looks good in the can, but you put it all over the walls, it could be interesting. But I was like, you know what, I just want it done. So we're slowly doing like all the little home improvement projects that come with home ownership, which is fun. But we're trying to get them all done sooner rather than later, because I've heard the longer you wait, the less likely you are to do them. And I don't want to do that. So I'm like, you know what? Hey, we both have the day off. Let's paint the bathrooms. So here we go. Paint the bathroom adventure. Yeah. And then what else? Oh, we're getting a new fridge this week, which is also exciting. We had, when we bought the condo, there was all sorts of craziness. Oh my gosh, it was a nightmare. But it's done. We're moved in. I don't want to think about it anymore, really. But the fridge was kind of an area of contention because it works. It cools food, and you know, the freezer works and it keeps things frozen. But the ice dispenser, the ice maker, and the ice dispenser and the water dispenser in the front doesn't work. I've never had a dispenser of any sort on my fridge, so I'm just kind of used to it at this point, but we were kind of excited about it. Also, one of the drawers is broken. Actually, both of the drawers are broken in the fridge. They kind of work, but not really. So they ended up giving us a credit on the closing costs, and I was waiting because it's Labor Day, and I thought, you know what? That's when they have sales on appliances. So I went to Home Depot and I was like, hey, I need a fridge. And I pretty much just got the same fridge that we have, just working and newer. So that's gonna be delivered this week. And yeah, fun adulting things, right? You know you're an adult when you get excited about like a fridge and new appliances. I've never had like brand new appliances. I guess we did get a new fridge at my parents' house, but I wasn't part of it. Anyway, I'm very excited about that. And we have a washer and dryer in unit, which I'm very excited about. I can see I've got some of my laundry drying over there, but it's the laundry's there. It's great. I don't have to carry it down any stairs. I can do it in my pajamas at any time, and it's fantastic. So we're really enjoying this place. We like the location. It's really close to my husband's work. It's about the same from my work, so it's not that much of a difference. Yeah, it's got a tiny little black porch which gets sun in the afternoon, which I'm very excited about there. I definitely sat out there and read this afternoon, which was lovely. Maybe next summer we'll get a grill, but I think this year it's a little late for that. But we are allowed to have little grills out there, so I know there's enough room for it. So yeah, we're enjoying the condo life. Yeah, our neighbors are great, at least the ones we've met, and yeah, we're just kind of settling into, you know, a slightly new community because it's the next town over from where we were. Settling into the new community, kind of, you know, meeting people, figuring out where things are at, and but it's worked out really well. We're really happy with it. It was kind of a whirlwind there at the end with my family visiting and then closing and moving and all the packing and unpacking and you know, kind of going through all your stuff that goes with moving. I'm very happy to have that over with, and now we're just kind of you know, settling in, and like the first week we really concentrated on getting the kitchen, the bathroom, and the bedroom settled, because I was like, we have to eat, we have to shower, and we have to sleep and kind of know where our clothes are. So I worked on those like the first week, and you know, now I'm kind of working on other things, you know, and also rearranging the bathroom and the kitchen and stuff as you realize you're like, wait, I used that appliance way more than I thought I did. Why am I putting it on the top shelf where I have to climb on the counters to get to it, because I'm short and these counters are, and the cupboards are really tall. So I've been doing a little bit of rearranging there, but things have been great. So I've been doing well overall. I've just been kind of absent in the knitting sphere or knitting community, but I am here. And thank you all for being patient with me, and I hope to be recording more regularly. I know I always say that, but I do have a knitting space scoped out in our guest bedroom. So once we get that kind of set up, we did have a house guest, so we did have to get that room like kind of set up, but it's also not really set up. Because it's kind of been the dumping ground since then to just kind of like get things out of the main room when we have people over for various things. So yeah, we're still working on getting that in order, and I'll get my stash kind of where it's going to be and get my knitting supplies situated. So that'll be fun, because right now I'm just like, wait, where are things? I kind of know where things are, but kind of not. So that'll be nice when everything's situated. But we're kind of concentrating on the main areas right now, and we'll slowly get to that. I have enough knitting that I can keep myself occupied for a while. So I hope you all are doing well, and I will talk to you soon. Bye!